Hello, from Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month we're talking about women of the wheel, icons who turned motion into momentum and spun their legacies on spokes, skates, and potter's wheels. These women harnessed the power of the axle, pushing their crafts and professions forward through their works and lives. Today's Womanican has brought the power of the wheel to a sport that might not make you think of circular motion: tennis, specifically wheelchair tennis. From winning gold at the 2024 Paralympics to dominating the clay courts at Roland Garros, this Japanese wheelchair tennis player has emerged as one of the sport's top athletes. Please welcome Yui Kamiji. Dashing to and fro in her modified wheelchair, Yui has worked to make herself a speedy and challenging opponent. Coordinating wheelchair movement and deploying her tennis racket with precision, she's brought her dominance and determination to the court from when she was just 11 years old. Yui was born with congenital spina bifida occulta, which impacted her ability to walk from early on, until she began using a wheelchair at the age of 11. That did not stop her from wanting to play tennis with her sister as a child. Yui recalls seeing a wheelchair tennis player and being enraptured by their movement and how the wheelchair aided their agility. "He moved really well, and I thought if I use a wheelchair, I can do more," Yui said. Yui began to dedicate herself to tennis, first by playing locally in Japan. Early on, she did not even want to participate in any tournaments. She just wanted an audience to watch her if she was winning. Slowly, however, she began participating in competitions until she was ranked number 1 in the country at just 14 years old. Yui competed in her first major competition at the age of 18, when she was still a high school student, the 2012 London Paralympic Games. At the time, Yui thought the Paralympic Games would be the end of her career, a capstone to a sport that functioned mostly as an extracurricular for her. But after she made it to the quarterfinals for singles and doubles and saw audiences enjoy her performance, she felt invigorated. She was enthralled with wheelchair tennis. Yui left the games wondering how far she could get in the sport if she became a professional player, not just balancing it as a hobby while completing her education. After London, Yui officially became a full-time professional in the sport, a rarity for any athlete. Her dedication paid off. Just 2 years later, in 2014, she reached the number 1 ranking in singles internationally. Between Paralympic Games, major successes marked Yui's career. She was the first non-Dutch woman to claim a master's title in the sport in 2013. This helped push Japan to become a new powerhouse in the wheelchair tennis arena, which had long been dominated by the Dutch. During the year she was ranked number 1 in 2014, she won 2 singles Grand Slam titles, the French Open and the US Open. That year, Yui also managed to gain titles across all 4 major Grand Slam tournaments in doubles, sweeping the board from the Australian Open to the US Open. Then, at the 2016 Paralympic Games in Rio, she won her first Olympic medal, bronze, in the singles tournament. By 2017, Yui amassed 3 Grand Slam titles, only falling short at Wimbledon. That is a title she's still striving to achieve today, though she's made it to the final on multiple occasions. That has not stopped her from once again being ranked number 1, and being named the Women's Wheelchair World Champion for the second time in her career. As the 2022 Tokyo Paralympic Games approached, Yui prepared to strive for gold in her home country. She made it to the finals, where she faced off against longtime rival and reigning champion, Dida de Groot of the Netherlands. Dida managed to secure gold, and Yui silver. Yui then set her sights on the next Paralympic Games in 2024. Yui knew she had to hone her strategy. She made an effort to boost her speed, she trained her hitting precision and timing, and she modified her wheelchair to be lighter, faster, and more agile. With all of that hard work, more than 10 years into her career, Yui achieved her dream, gold at the 2024 Paris Paralympic Games. In fact, Yui won gold in both the singles and doubles tournaments, becoming the first Japanese woman to do so. She also managed to unseat the Dutch in their 8-year winning streak in singles. Yui has been and continues to be a dynamo in wheelchair tennis. She's won 32 major titles and 10 Grand Slam titles, including the 2025 French Open. Along with her prolific career, Yui has also been a huge advocate for her sport, encouraging kids across Japan to try out tennis. As one of the most recognized athletes in Japan, she's also become a voice for disability access in the country, using her platform to seek improvements for athletes and the general public. For Yui, achievement in her sport is closely tied to her ability to bring an audience and bring visibility to para-sports as a whole. She's aware of the gaze on her and its influence. She has said, "I know by achieving good results, I will bring more attention to para-sport in general." Now in her 30s, Yui continues to play at the top of her sport, spinning her wheels across clay, grass, and hard courts, whether for a Grand Slam title or to inspire a new 11-year-old prodigy to take on wheelchair tennis. All month, we're talking about women of the wheel. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you tomorrow.